Okay, I'm gonna try and articulate my point. I saw a video of a girl. She just so happened to be recording when gunshots went off. She was at school and gunshots go off, already recording. She starts running. She's with a group of people. She starts running. She's telling everyone, get out. Come on, let's go. Go, go, go. Those were gunshots. We need to get out. Right? And she posted it on social media, not for like fame or anything. It was just to be like, I'm so grateful the Lord protected me and everyone that was with me. I'm so grateful. Right? And just to show them like, not necessarily like POV of being in a school shooting, just to be like, to show what happened, I suppose. Not for clout, not for fame. It was just so people knew what was happening. And the comments of that video, because she said the Lord protected her and the people with her, were just so nasty. They were so, oh, well, why didn't God protect the victims of that shooting? One, anyone involved in that shooting is a victim of some sort because they experienced spiritual, mental, physical, emotional trauma. They experienced a trauma of that sort, regardless of if it was one of the four or multiple of the four. And I didn't used to understand that how the Lord's plan worked. In fact, I was angry with the Lord not that long ago because a woman I went to church with, she had an incurable or untreatable cancer that spread throughout her entire body, and it was inevitably going to kill her, and it did kill her. And her only dream was watching her son graduate. He was just a year ahead of me. Her only dream was for him to graduate. He ended up graduating early, and she never got to see it. And I was so angry because I didn't understand. I didn't understand why the Lord would take her before she got to see her son graduate. That was her only wish, to watch her son graduate. And you know what? She did get to watch her son graduate. She got to watch him graduate in heaven. And I didn't understand, but it's part of the Lord's plan. The Lord's plan is bigger than our plans. And I don't know. I also see the Lord's plan as a choose your own adventure book. Stay with me. He knows the choices that you are going to make, and he knows, like, I don't want to say like at crossroads, but say, if you've ever read a choose your own adventure book, they have the prompts at the bottom. If you want to go do XYZ, go to this page. If you want to do this, go to another page. And it'll have like 2 or 3 options. Regardless of what you choose, what happens after that is already written. It's already set in stone. There's no way to change what happens after that, right? So the way that I can think of it is, the Lord knew that if that person that decided to take the gun into that school, he knew that if he made that decision to do that, certain people were going to die. He knew that was part of his plan. But if that person decided not to make that choice, decided not to make that decision, those people wouldn't have died. Not that way. That wasn't part of the plan. But he already knows what happens after you make that decision. And I don't know. Ever since I was little, that's how I thought about it. The Lord's plan is a choose your own adventure book. It's already written for you, but the decisions you make throughout your life, the consequences or what happens after those decisions are already planned for you and they're already set in stone because the Lord knows what happens after you make that decision. You just make the choice. And this is my second time recording it. So, for example, dinner. The Lord knows that you're going to eat dinner. He gives you these 2 choices. You can eat out or you can make your own food. And he knows what'll happen after that. If you eat out, you're going to get sick. You're not going to nourish your body. But if you make your own food, you're nourishing your body and you're going to be fine. You don't know that because you haven't gotten to that point yet. But those are your 2 options. The Lord knows what happens after that. It's part of his plan. You just choose which page of the Choose Your Own Adventure book is going to turn to. I hope I'm making sense. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else thinks of it that way, but that's how I think of it, and I've always thought of it that way. I don't know why I've thought of it that way. I don't know. It was something taught to me in Sunday school made me think that way. So, yeah.